Hi guys, welcome back to NonnyPlus. So today we'll be learning what we call switch statements in C Sharp. Don't worry, this is very easy once you understand the idea. So our previous class we discussed about if and else statements. But today we'll be looking at switch statements. Switch statement. So what is switch statement? It's very simple. A switch statement help your program choose one action from many choices. And let me break it down for you. Just think about it when you go to an ATM machine. We have so many options that you select from after inserting your card. Then when you insert your card, you enter your PIN, and once you enter your PIN, to display a lot of numbers, you see one is for transfer, two is for withdrawal, three is for if you want to recharge your phone, four is for so many options. So you can see all those options. So in that kind of scenario, you can use a switch statement instead of using an if, else, if, else, if, else. So you can use a switch statement to choose from one action from many choices. So think of it like this in real life. You press a button, the machine checks the number, the machine gives you the results. That's what happened in an ATM machine. Once you press a number, the machine checks the number. If it's what you press, if it's what you press, it give exactly what you press on the screen. The machine gives you the result. That's exactly what switch statement does. Simple rule to remember: switch check one value and compare it with many options. Please don't forget. Switch statement help your program choose one action from many choices. You have many choices, so you can use switch statements to choose one action from many choices. So let's go back to our code and I'll tell you how this switch statement works step by step. Please stay tuned. Okay, so let's once you log go into your Visual Studio. First of all, you declare a variable, an int variable. Name of the variable is number, your number, and you assign it to. First thing you have to do first, you have to declare the number you assign it to. Number, an int variable called number, and assign to the number. So let's do our switch statement now. So let's give our keyword switch. We have switch. So what variable are we switching on? We have number. Please pay attention. We have switch. Then what variable are we switching on? The number. And inside the number, we have two that is assigned to that number. Okay, let's put our curly braces. Open our curly braces. So this is the first thing you're going to do. So this is our first step. Open and close curly braces. You can see it here. So first of all, let's do case one. So we have different cases in switch statements. So you can have case one, and you can have CW, that is console.writeLine. Then here you can have choose one. That's the first statement. Then after that, you have your break. Don't worry, I'm going to explain how this break works. So this is the first case. This is the first case. So let's go to the next case. Next case, we have case two. Let me duplicate this. So let's duplicate this. So we have case two. Let's change this one to case two. And we have console the right line. You choose two. Please pay attention. Then you break. Then we have the next one. We have case three. Let's change this one to three. Then let's change this one to what? Three. Then the last one, let's see what we have here. So if you can go ahead to add case 4, case 5, case 6, but me, I'm going to stop at case 3. And then after case 3, what you have next is what? Default. Then default, what will be your default now be console dot write line. This will now be an invalid choice. So in case the customer select a number that is not within this case 1, case 2, case 3, to throw an error saying that it's invalid choice, make sure you put your break. So after every case, make sure you put your break so that it's the statement or the loops doesn't continue running. Please hold on. break. Okay, so I think we're done. So let's stop here. So after the case, if you want to go to write, if you want to write case 4, case 5, case 6, you can go ahead. But after every cases, please make sure you write your defaults. Default is in case the customer or any user selects a number that is not within this range, to just go to invalid choice, or you can say invalid character, or you can say invalid number. So it depends on what you want to use. Then make sure you put break immediately after every cases. So let me break this in line by line so that you're able to understand how this thing works. So on the first line, I did 320 int number is equals to 2. You are storing the value 2 inside a variable called number. That is the first thing. You are storing 2 inside a variable called number. Then the next one, the switch on 321, the switch which is a number in bracket number. This checks the value inside the number. Switch in bracket number, check what value is inside the number. Then let's go to the case 1 on line 323. So what does this one do? So the system is going to check each cases to find out which one is equals to 2. So first of all, come to case 1 to check, is this case 1, is it equal to 1? Is number equal to 1? Is this number equals to 1? To first check. No, the number is not equals to 1. So to move to the next case, which is case 2. So on case 2 now, it will now check, is number equals to 2? Let's see. Yes, we declare number in which is equals to 2. And here we have case 2, console the right line, you choose 2. So yes, this number in this case is equals to 2. Once this number is equals to 2, the system will run the code and to print out you selected 2. Then after that, the break statement tells the system or tell the console application, please stop here. Do not check any other case again because I already found what I've been looking for. I went to case 1, I didn't see 2. I went to case 2, I found 2. So I'm breaking here immediately. So I'm not going to case 3. But if I do selected, if I assign 3 to int number is equals to 3, I'll first go to case 1. If I find case 1 is not equals to 3, I go to case 2. Case 2 is not equals to 3. So I'm not going to break. I'm going to go to case 3. Case 3 is now equals to 3. Once it's equals to 3, just break. Stop there. Don't check any other case again. Just leave the application. That's what this tells you. So let's run the application. You will see that this application will tell us that this is found in case 2. So you selected or you choose 2. This is what is going to print out on our console application. Let's stay tuned. So you can see you choose 2 because we assign number 2. So if I assign 3 here and run again to tell me that I selected 3, well, first to first go to shop 1, go to shop 2, and go to shop 3. Once you see what it's looking for, it will just stop. Just imagine you going to buy a shirt and you have a different shops. You have like 5 shops that are selling clothes. You go to the first shop and you're looking for Adidas jersey. You go to the first shop, you didn't get the jersey, you leave the shop. You go to the next shop, you didn't get the Adidas jersey you're looking for. You leave that shop. If you go to the third shop and you found what you're looking for, you purchase it. Will you still go to the next shop? No. You just start going home. That's how switch statement works. Once you see what is looking for, you just break and stop the application. That's exactly what switch statement does. Then the default case is if it only runs if none of the cases match. So here, if I come here and select 5 and assign 5 to this number, so it tell me invalid number because this number is not found in this case. So you can see invalid number because only what I have here is 1, 2, and 3, but I assigned 5 to this number. So this is very example. So you can use this switch statement to do a lot of logic in when you are designing your application, designing your ATM application. So let's just switch this now today. Let's say, for instance, we change this number today and we say day 1. Case change this one today. So let's do something else. So we have case one, we have Monday, we have case two, we have Tuesday, we have case three, we have Wednesday. I think I got it, yes. Then we have, should I continue with case four? No, let me just leave it here and select default. So my default should be unknown day. So if I run this application, since I've already assigned one to this day, so it prints out Monday for me because I already assigned one today. So this is exactly how switch statement works. Very, very easy. So you see that it printed me Monday because I already assigned one today. So if day is one, the output is Monday. If it's anything else apart from one, two, or three, the output should be unknown day. Please hope you are getting it. This is very important. Switch statement, very, very important. So you can use it to do a lot of things. So why do we need break? If you don't use break, C sharp will continue the next case. That's why break is very important. Once there is break, so instead of you to go to the next case, to just break because it has found what it's looking for, to just break and exit the application. So it's very important for you to use break so that C sharp doesn't continue running the next case. So always remember, every case must end with a break. Every case must end with a break. And where should beginners use switch? Use switch when you are checking one variable. Please understand. Use switch when you have many fixed choices. Like for instance, if you are designing maybe a platform for um, education, maybe they ask you to design a result checker platform where people will check in their result to see if they have A, B, C, or D. So you can use switch statement to check if the score of a particular student is from 70 to 100, from 60 to 70, from 50 to 60, from 40 to 50, and less than 30. So you can use switch statement to do that. So when you're doing a result checker, design a result checker for a school or for a college, you can use switch statements to check if a particular student as A or B or C or D or fail the course for a particular course. It's very important. So you can use switch statements. Instead of using if else, if else, if else, you can use switch statements because we have a lot of choices out there which you can select from. So you have many fixed choices and your if code is getting long. So if your if else and your if code is getting longer, so you can use switch statements. Very easy. Make sure, don't forget to apply your break. Break is very important. So switch check one value, case possible match, and break stop checking. Very important. Switch means check one value, case check the one that matches this value, that is possible match in each of the case. Then we have the break. Break means stop checking because I found what I'm looking for. That is the three important things you have to understand. And the last thing you have to understand is default. Run if anything does not matches. If anything does not matches, please go back to this default. So very important. Switch. These are the keywords you have to understand. Switch, case, break, and default. Let me take it again. Switch, case, break, and what? Default. So practice this with small example. In the next lesson, we'll move into loops. Please don't forget to subscribe to NonnyPlus. We have a lot of videos that we have lined up for you, starting from our part one series. This is just the third video in our part two series. Please, if you are yet to watch our part one video, please go back to our part one series. Start from the week one to the last week, then come back to our part two series. So next week we'll be going into loops, while loop, do while loop, for loop, and for each loop. Don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Nonny Plus. Thank you and see you in the next one.